Hey guys, this is Tom Hanks. Welcome to Forza Friday once again. The game is loading at the moment. Should be up in just a second. And today I'm actually gonna be playing on my brand new GTX 1070 Ti. And yeah, I'm first of all I'm happy to have a system again, because there have been some issues lately. Uh, okay. Yeah, so I've had my motherboard replaced. I've had to replace my power supply, and also my RX 590 died. So now everything's back up and running with some new and better than ever before hardware. So we should be good. I will actually do the Forza farm this time, and will most likely do it in the boulder. So we do have. Okay. Yeah, seeing as I wasn't able to play for quite a while, um, I did make a lot of money out of my two businesses that I have in game. Oh, and I get 4 super wheel spins as well, because I wasn't there last week to claim the 2, so now I get 4. I really wanted that LaFerrari though. Or one of the 3, I guess, Forza Edition cars that were offered on that spin. And again, nothing really too exciting here. Wow, that's it's probably about the worst outcome for a super wheel spin there. And that's not much better. Anyway, we do need to do this jump and go far. So I think this car is probably a pretty good car to be doing it. Not like that though. How much do we need for the... Wait, what? We need like 800? 810 feet. Damn, that's a lot. Okay, so we definitely need a different car for that then. Sure, let's quick travel. I'm actually surprised that the 1070 Ti, which is, all in all, a card that's, for the most part, significantly faster than an RX 590, it does seem to, not be all that much quicker here uh, in Forza. But it's fine. It's still completely fine and perfectly playable, of course. But 90, 100 FPS or something on Ultra. I've had that before on the RX 590. Not complaining, just saying. Let's put this here so I can see the chat more clearly. By the way, I'm streaming on, like, due to my internet bandwidth and upload speed. I'm streaming on 1080p 30 FPS. Shit, I actually missed the entrance to that speed zone. I'll switch car real quick. What do we switch into? I forgot my... You know what? Let's not go for the best car ever. Let's go for something a little bit more unique.
Scharf rechts abbiegen. Scharf rechts abbiegen.
Okay, here we need something all-wheel drive. Also, if you'll excuse me for a second, I do feel like I may have messed up one of the settings in OBS. Change that. Okay, so from now the stream should be smoother for you guys. Perhaps. Maybe if I restart the stream for just a second. Just one moment, I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah, here you can go through that zone or through that speed trap at like 1 trillion miles an hour with a really fast car. And so we're gonna get into something that's really, really fast. And while it's not my fastest car, it is still a really, really fast Lamborghini. Okay. Let's just quick travel to around here. Then we'll be able to get a blistering amount of speed with the speed trap again. The stream preview does occasionally look a little bit choppy for me. I don't know how that translates to Twitch for you guys. It was certainly smoother on the AMD card. That's probably just down to a setting in OBS more than anything else, if you ask me. I don't know what though. Okay, and I missed the speed trap. Anyway, we need to go through here at 200 miles an hour. That's gonna be easy. And if this car can do it, then the Noble certainly can. Oh yeah, it definitely can. Okay. And 2 regular wheel spins for that as well. 150k, always welcome. And a Corvette. Not sure if I've actually had the 1953 Corvette before. You know what can this maybe do, whatever it was, 800 feet or something on here? Oh yeah, you can't actually go through that. Okay, no, that's not a very good run up. I think this lane might be better. Not like that though. I don't know, this... This Lambo just isn't quite as nimble, quite as responsive as, you know, the Sesto, perhaps, or, you know, some of the other high-end supercars. Oh, that's definitely the wrong way. Does it just not count? Do I need to go through another speed trap or something like that to get that shit off my screen? Oh no, don't tell me that that is where you get the TVR Griffith this week. Lotus 211, I already have that actually. Okay. That's not how you get the Griffith. Here you get an Aventador. Okay. Here. Okay. Clothing. Ah, there you get the Tuscan. Okay.
Der Sommer kommt. Super, dass du bei unseren Saisonmeisterschaften mitmachst. Ich glaube, die hier wird dir gefallen.
So the maximum we can get is like 800, right? On this one. Yeah, let's take the big gun. The C63S. Or we could take this. I'll take the AMG. Probably doesn't handle it nearly as well as the Alpha, but... Yeah, it feels like quite the boat. Oh, taking that guy. Okay. Oh no, the understeer. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's get this guy. There's a lot of mercs in this race. Although this isn't one, I think. Like that guy in front of me is... Yeah, that's not a Mercedes. Oh shit. That was bad. Braked way too late. Can I still catch that guy? I don't think so. Yeah, not gonna happen, but okay. Can still win overall, of course. But there was a Nissan Sentra. I was like, what the heck is that thing? Allow me to change something real quick. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay, at least almost everyone got hit by that bullshit. Oh, okay. Hopefully there will be a long straight so I can actually unleash all of the power from that 6.2 liter V8. Doesn't look like it. But if I drive well, I could still do something. I can actually get past here. Okay, there's a straight. It's a straight. It's not a super long straight. Come on, Mercedes. Now it's gonna be tough to win overall, having lost 2 races. I need to win that last race, otherwise there's no chance. Yeah, I don't think there's actually a chance now. Because that RS5 won last time. So now I need to make up 10 points versus him. which is probably not gonna happen unless I make him crash and he loses a lot of positions, and that's rather unlikely. So maybe this isn't actually the best car for this. I'm still gonna do the last event with this car as well. Bad start. That was just... Twerk, go! Okay, going. Here's where we need to catch up. This long straight coming up. Or that we're already on. Drafting. Braking too late. What is he in? Oh, that's another. He's 63 black. Almost went the wrong way there. I think the guy in the RS5 is currently third, so if he stays there, there's nothing I can do in order to win overall. I think he's actually fourth. Although that's probably still not enough for me to take the overall victory. Ah, shit, yep. I need to try this championship again, but with a different car. Where was it? Here. Now I'm gonna take the Alpha.
Mein Team hat deinen Kalender für die Sommermeisterschaft bestimmt schon aktualisiert. Viel Spaß da draußen.
That was way too late on the brakes, actually. Way too late on the brakes. Also, is the Julia that we're getting in this game the manual transmission version of it that no one actually gets in real life? Because the automatic version has much shorter gearing and because it's got 8 speeds and of course it would also shift a lot faster. I don't think after making that mistake that I just made, I don't think I can still catch this guy. Maybe I can. No idea what just happened there, but all I know is that I don't want to be coming third. I lost. That was close, but certainly much closer than on the last than when we did this with the Mercedes. So the car that beat me this this last race was the Panamera, so we need to beat that guy. Oh man, what was I thinking there? Yeah man, the manual has way too long of gearing to really make this thing feel rapid. It's still quick, but like, you know, there's just this period after the gear shift where you're dropping to pretty low RPMs and you know, you're just kind of waiting. Now the power comes, because remember this car has a 2.9 liter twin turbocharged engine with 510 horsepower, so obviously all that power comes pretty close to the top. Even though, of course, this isn't as laggy as, you know, some of the 80s turbo engines. But still, there's like... I wanna actually overtake these guys, like, gotta get past somehow. They're all clumped up. The Panamera is in the lead again. Come on! Go Alpha, go! Oh, not like that though. We got him. Phew, okay. Okay, our goal for this last race is to beat the Panamera. Even if we come second, as long as he comes third in that scenario, we win overall. Yeah, I mean the gearbox is really hurting the acceleration of this car. Especially on the 1-2 shift. The Panamera is probably in front at the moment, either first or second. Yeah, right there, in front. That wasn't actually as bad as it could have been. But let's see. Can I catch him? I think I can. Especially through here. If that car hadn't been in my way, I probably would have him already, but... Okay, we got this one. Okay, so the Giulia is the better car in this class compared to the C63 Black Series. Or at least in my hands it is. Okay. And now let's actually wait. Where's the car pass? I think I need to actually go to my house. Check that one out. Because it could also be that the Griffith is in the car pass. Yep. Yep, there it is. I'm definitely also gonna get the El Dorado, of course. I'm gonna get every car in the car pass. Yeah, classic red. Okay, and let's actually jump into that new TVR, or actually one of those new TVRs. So this is a 480 horsepower 5-liter V8. It has a 390 horsepower 4-liter straight six, I think. But this is lighter. Yeah, let's take the Griffith. Yeah, I'm just gonna drive it as is for now. I recognize that sound from somewhere. I think it's the Shelby GT350R. So they took the sound from that car and threw it on this thing as well. Yeah. For comparison, I can just jump into the GT350R, although I have turbocharged that one. Yeah. Yeah, it's the same sound. So I took it from there. Okay. Fair enough, though. Like, as far as I know, this is only a concept anyway, the Griffith. I don't think it's an actual production car that you can buy at the moment. So, where are they supposed to take the sound samples from, right? You know what? Considering this only has 480 horsepower, it feels pretty quick. Certainly feels quicker than both the C63 Black Series and Julia that we just drove. And that's of course because this is like 1,200 pounds lighter. It's grippy too. Can it do 200? I don't know. We'd have to find out going the other way. On 160, 165, 170, 175, 180, 185, 190, 195, 6, 7, 8, 9, 200. Okay. So this can do 200 miles an hour stock. Barely, but it can. Let's see, what else do we have to do this week? Okay, so I can block styled racing suit is what we can win here. See what sort of cars
Eine Meisterschaft
we
bei
can use here.
Horizon im Sommer. Was könnte man sich mehr wünschen?
Oh. I need this exact car. Sure, let's buy it for $500,000. Oh, wait. Oh my... I should have checked the minimap. Dude, that guy in his Ford. Is... actually I'm catching up real quickly. Hey, don't worry for being late. We're still gonna go for at least an hour here. Oh, you had a nosebleed. Glad to hear that it's actually better now. Is the stream choppy, by the way? I can try and make some changes about this after this race. Oh shit. That was bad. It's a little choppy, okay. That I should have like the problem is I can't stream at 1080p 60 FPS because of my internet upload speed. So I stream at 1080p 30 FPS, but obviously with the new video card, the settings in OBS have changed from what I used with my RX 590. Didn't actually stream with the 970 recently. So still figuring out what the ideal settings with this card would be. Okay, so... Man, I kinda hate that this car tops out at like 140 miles an hour. We can probably change the gearing on this. Because I don't think there's actually much you can... I don't think there's much, like, performance upgrade. Much in the way of performance upgrades that you could throw it at this car. So give me a second here. Use this. And then... Video settings. Okay. See if that fixed it. Where are the other events? One's here. Oh, you know what? I'll actually enable VSync here. Video. 60 FPS. VSync fixed it, yeah. And I can also explain to you why I thought that was gonna fix it. And the reason for that is obviously, as you could see when VSync wasn't active, the frames were somewhere between like 85 and 120 usually. And because if you stream and try to stream at a constant 30 FPS, the rate at which it shows. Like, let me put it this way: with VSync and 60 FPS, streaming on 30 FPS basically means the stream shows like the same frame twice in the same time span. So it shows 30 frames twice each second, as opposed to showing the 60 frames once a second here. And with and that rate would vary as the FPS fluctuate, and that is what I think caused the sort of micro stuttering in the stream before. Oh, okay, yeah, that was not ideal. Yeah, we need to go a little bit further back. Like here, we're already struggling. But what the fu- Okay, what is this What is this corner? Don't push me. What the fuck, man? At least this isn't a circuit, so we only had to go through that corner once. Also, okay, good. Now this race, man, oh my goodness. But dude, this car really wants you to use the handbrake on a turn in. It is relatively agile, but there is a good bit of understeer as well at a certain point. And also, it does not really like to rotate when you're just braking into a corner, so you need to use the handbrake in order to do this. This race is fun though, like, I mean the corners are just ridiculously tight. Some of them at least. But once you're ready for that, once you've got your mindset, once you've got the mindset ready, it's really fun. Okay. Phew. We got that. I mean, this race, man. What is this race? But okay, let's refocus and oh, wait, what? There was only 2 races in this one? Okay. So we got the Ken Block outfit and also the Monster Energy baseball cap. Okay. That was the important unlock, of course, the Monster Energy cap. Ten out of 9 would race again. 5 out of 7. Is that meme dead already? Oh no, man.
Der Forzaton Live beginnt gleich. Viel Glück.
How many Forza Fun points do I have? 1325. I don't want the clown mask. I have this and I have this. So I mean, I could buy a whole bunch of super wheel spins, but don't think I wanna. So at this point, let's just do something else. I want to see what the seasonal challenges this week are in Fortune Island. Let's see. I'm just gonna drive there. Come on, man. Okay, so we already did that. Oh, okay. Wait, 260k is all it takes? $492 feet. We can do that. Even in this car. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh, thanks for resubscribing, man. I appreciate it. Maybe we can't do it in this car because it's just not fast enough to get all that distance. 5 months, man. Half a year next weekend. Damn. Man, the time just passes. The time just flies by. It counted. Right? Yeah, it did. Was that a new PB? No, barely not. We got like 647 and Be 650. We only got 2 wheel spins here. Yeah, that's an 8-liter Bentley indeed, yeah. I don't think it's a convertible though. Let's check again. No, it's not a convertible. But the 4.5-liter. This is the one you get. This is the one you get when you Okay. This is the one you get from the, what's it called? The barn find that you unlock after buying the castle by the beach. Bamberg Castle, I think it's called. Yeah, you need to buy that for 10 million credits. Then you get a barn find, and it's going to be this car. Hope that explains it. So we can easily do this. 260 grand. Even though I'm like extremely out of practice right now. I kind of almost want this game just for that convertible. You owned? Oh, no, you were playing on the test version, right? Did I remember that correctly, or did you actually buy it? It was on the Game Pass version. Ah, okay. Okay, so this run already far surpasses the 260,000 score requirement for the achievement. It's not gonna be a PB by a long shot actually, but it was still a decent run, actually. Okay, so we leveled up in the drift run. And we got 1 wheel spin out of this. Only 1, huh? Classic muscle cars on an off-road course. Oh man. I mean, I'm gonna do it, but what's this? Off-road buggies. I think all my classic muscle cars are currently tuned to the top of A class, so 800. And that is because I did the, you know, what's the quickest classic muscle car in A class? Yeah, I'm gonna do it, but now you need to help me decide, and now you need to help me decide which classic muscle car we get. Let me see, where's the classic muscle cars? We have all of these tuned to 800, except for this one. What class is the race? 700. So that's, yeah, B 700. Let's do the dart. Or should we do something else? I mean, the dart is just one of those. I don't know, man. Like, the dart is just. It's. Look at, like, 485 horsepower. I have all classic muscle cars. But yeah, let's actually buy a new one. It's not like it's hurting, right? With 6.6 million in the bank. Classic muscle cars. Oh, so the Hornet is actually new to the game, and I don't own that one yet. So why don't we do this? Right? What engine's in there? 5.9 liter. Okay. I'll even let you choose the color. This red, I do actually like it. Although this dark, sort of metallic red, I like even more. I like this green as well. Blue looks good. Brown? Okay. Okay, now now comes the fun part. What do we do with the tune? Now, what I'm thinking is, since we're D414, first of all, we give it all-wheel drive. That only gets us up to 425. Damn. Okay. Now what we do is we improve the suspension first, in my opinion. We definitely are going to need better brakes. We are going off-road, so we are putting... Wait, this is technically on race suspension? Are you kidding me? Okay. Best sway bars. Front and rear. Weight reduction, very important when you don't have a lot of... when you don't have a lot of power. I'm gonna upgrade the transmission. And I'm gonna upgrade the tires. Now, we do want off-road tires on this thing. Gets us up to 631. 225s would probably be enough. Then we want lighter rims. Gets rid of 46 pounds, because why not? And now we worry about the power. I don't think we need all that much, but what we can do, of course, is exhaust. It's actually not adding that much power. 44 horsepower. How much does a supercharger add? Too much is the answer to that one. Gearbox is already fully upgraded. Okay, I think we'll leave it at 699. Only 219 horsepower. But we are fairly light. And of course, the major advantage that we have versus most of the other cars in the race is going to be that we are on all-wheel drive and off-road tires. So this thing should be... That's rocked by 74 standards. I mean, yeah, admittedly, the power levels did drop quite drastically after the oil crisis, of course. However, we are gonna get matched up with cars that that have a lot more power because they come from before they come from before 1974. He's holding me up in this big fat Daytona. They're going to be a lot lighter. Yeah. But that doesn't help me if I can't actually get past the guy. I think that counted. It actually did, yeah. I was expecting no speed corners in this race. Yeah. I do know Fortune Island pretty well, so I knew that this wasn't gonna be the tightest course. But when looking at the preview of the race beforehand on the mini map, but even so, now we're in the lead, and I don't think anyone's gonna catch up. Now that I can actually drive freely without anyone hindering me. The difficult part is gonna be getting past everyone in these races, because again, we're not the fastest in a straight line, and well, we're sort of on par with the straight line performance of everybody else, but where this car really shines compared to the competition here is on the braking and obviously the grip through the corners. Yeah, there I should have shifted down into third gear. Like this upcoming part here is where we're just gonna pull away. Yeah, and indeed. Oh yeah, this lap was decent for the most part. Didn't get hindered by anyone. It wasn't perfect driving by any means, but you could clearly see the difference in the way that I can drive now that I don't have anyone blocking my way. Yeah, look at how far behind they are now. No one's keeping up with the Hornet. Who would have thought anyone would have ever said that? I mean, to be fair, if this if this series of events would have a drag race, I would be screwed. Like the Daytona, especially, and the Holden Torana would just fly right past me. Okay, so we did fairly well there. Best lap time by over 5 seconds. Well, almost 5 seconds there. This one also from the preview looked like a pretty high-speed event. So I don't know how this car is gonna fare in this type of race. Oh. Meanwhile, I've been running the HW monitor in the background during the stream just to check out the values after the stream. I've pulled it up real quick and I don't know if I can actually believe that, but it reads that the CPU actually boosted itself to 6 gigahertz already. And the reason I say the CPU boosted itself to that is because there is a technology that this CPU supports, which is called Precision Boost Overdrive. And what it does is it keeps checking the voltages and temperatures at any given moment, like several times a second. And as long as they're safe, it can boost the CPU to higher frequencies than standard, with basically no upper limit, for as long as the voltages and temperatures remain safe. But you need to remember that this CPU stock only can go up to 4.3 gigahertz without this feature. So having it go up to 6 seems a little suspicious. I don't think the readings are correct here. The 6 gigahertz on this CPU have really only been reached by like people who have overclocked it with liquid nitrogen, and that's not what I'm doing. I feel like HW Monitor is just spitting out some wrong values there. Even though it's generally a pretty reliable tool, but I think in this case it's not showing the correct values. And meanwhile, we actually smoked those people on this track. No idea how, but felt much easier than it probably should have felt. Okay, and so the last race is right up there on that hill. Most impressive. Yeah, I mean, if the CPU did actually hit 6 gigahertz here, I feel like the PC would have probably crashed, because you can really that's the sort of frequency that you can only achieve under extreme circumstances with like liquid nitrogen involved, because otherwise you're never gonna keep the CPU cool if it runs at those speeds. Anyway, back to the race. We're catching up quickly here. Okay, and we're already ahead, and I don't think it's gonna change until the end of this race. Unless I mess up, of course, which is always possible. Is that a high five? High five back to you. Oh man. Like, this car is so good for these events, actually. Considering it's, you know, B699. Like, this sort of classic muscle car off-road championship. I think we've made the right choices with what parts to upgrade. None of the other guys really stands a chance. I mean, I know this is expert difficulty and not, you know, unbeatable. But I feel like I could probably also win on unbeatable with this car. Like, expert difficulty is obviously not the highest difficulty in the game, but for the most part there's actually no joke. You saw that in the previous seasonal challenge, that we did with the AMG and later the Julia a little bit earlier this stream. My driving plays a fair part. Well, thank you. It's kind of easy to get a good line in cars that aren't, you know, blazing fast, because, you know, you have time to, you know, look towards the upcoming corner and start steering towards the apex in time. Like, everything's nice and slow, nice and smooth. Easy. I have a much harder time hitting, like, I feel like it's generally more difficult hitting the apexes reliably with something that's much faster. Also, of course, we are on all-wheel drive and off-road tires with only just about 200 horsepower on a gravel track, so it's about as controllable as it's gonna get. Okay, another S2000. Pretty sure I've had that model before. Not just an S2000, but this one I think I've had before. So let's see what we get in these freewheel spins. Okay. Okay. Actually looks not that bad. And I already have 3 of these, I think. Let's see. Oh, sorry. I just hit my mic. Sorry for that. We can do this in off-road buggies. I want to see. I do know that I have a few off-road buggies, but do I have one in 800 class? Yeah, this is pretty much perfect, isn't it? Yeah, let's use the let's use the Illumicraft. Because it always feels so weird when like you corner and two of your wheels are in the air. I always feel like I'm gonna roll over, even though most of the time you don't actually roll when that happens. But it's still, you know, it feels so weird when the suspension is so soft.
Der Sommer kommt. Super, dass du bei unseren Saisonmeisterschaften mitmachst. Ich glaube, die hier wird dir gefallen.
Oh yeah, this thing is rear-wheel drive only. As are all the others, I think, in this class. So we got no torque in this car, man. Oh well, that was just terrible on my part. Oh boy, there's 5 laps in this race. Is that the Polaris? I think it is. Okay. There's one guy that's like extremely close to me. Two actually. And it's Nick, okay. Oh, where am I going? Ooh, let's see. I don't know how I always lose ground here. Let's go. Oh no. He blocked me. What a smart man. Or woman. For all I know, I don't know this player. It's not online, so I'll probably never know any more about that player tag, but okay. Feels good to be back in the lead again. Let's try and hold that. Okay, that was really good through those last two corners, which are a little bit iffy. Getting in the right line through there, but that seemed to be okay. Whoa. Okay. Bouncy. Like, the grip levels of this thing off-road are not as you would expect. It's fine, but you know, any direction change is like even any small directional input on the analog stick makes a difference in this one, especially because the suspension is so soft and the grip levels off-road are well lower to begin with. Okay, and that was actually our best lap time, last lap. pretty good. It was actually the Can-Am Maverick, it was not the Polaris. Okay, now that was one race. We got 2 more. Another circuit. I mean, I do kind of like the general look and stance of these buggies. And I'm sure it would be a lot of fun driving one in the real world. Like, driving one of these things cross-country in the real world would be a hell of a lot of fun. Terrifying, probably, with over 300 horsepower in a... Well, in what is basically just a frame with 2 seats mounted to it and 4 wheels. So it's gonna be light as hell. We actually have an aerial nomad in this as well. But yeah, in this one with over 300 horsepower, off-road in the real world, it would be fun but terrifying as well, I think. Obviously with the fact that it's only rear-wheel drive too. The understeer just killed me there. That time I braked a little bit just so I could catch that corner. Or that checkpoint rather. I think I actually remember this course. I think there was one seasonal championship where you had to drive this in one of those trucks. I think it was like the Rice Millen. Oh man. We also have 5 laps in this race, so this time I'm actually glad about that because I am catching up slowly but surely. But if we only had 3 laps, I'm not sure if I could win. With 5 laps, I am pretty confident. Oh, okay. Now I just gotta catch one more guy. And I got 2 laps to do it. That's not a good start towards catching up. In fact, I think I've widened the gap because of that. I don't think I've made up any ground at all this lap. So we only got one more lap left. Sorry. And that needs to be pretty much perfect. Not a good start. Yeah, well, okay, I'm gonna rewind. Not because I necessarily need to win here, but because I want to at least have a clean lap here. To at least stand a chance, somewhat. Well, I think we've made up a little bit of ground this lap, but by far not enough. I think that's another Maverick right there in front of me. Yeah. The Maverick is apparently really good in this race then. Oh, never mind, he apparently crashed right before the end and lost all of his positions. Okay. Now can I please win this last race in the seasonal championship, because I don't want to do the whole thing again. That would be convenient. It's another circuit, but a much shorter one. And if I recall correctly, then this should be, well, pretty much one of the first races on Fortune Island that you ever do. Yep, it's that course. Again, 5 laps. I need to catch that Maverick soon. As if I don't, he's gone. Gonna get caught up in the shenanigans here in the middle field of the race. That's gonna, oh my god. Yeah, okay. Or I just do that. I need to catch that guy somehow. Because if I lose to him, I lose the overall championship. Oh, shit. I don't think I can catch him, like... Yeah, there. At the corner exit there is where I lose a lot of ground. And he's gone. Got one more opportunity. Oh, come on. I can do this. I can do this. Maybe I can't. Like, what the... Okay, now... I want to go back to here. No. Here, yeah. Okay, now that... Come on, I can get him, though. It's just a question of... Okay, there we go. That... I mean... that was a lot of rewinds in the last minute or so, but... You can see that... You can see by the lap time, I was clearly at a faster pace than him. So I feel like I deserved it. Even though it was a little clumsy. $2,000 out of a wheel spin, that always feels particularly good. Cayman GT4 is nice. I think I already had one, but even so, it's still a decent car to be winning. Don't think I want to do this Forza fun. You know what I want to do now is, seeing as the week where you could just buy the Vulcan FE in the Forza Fun shop, that week has passed by a couple of weeks now. So I want to put those on sale now and see if I can get a good price for them. Aston Martin. Because I have 3 of them. I can sell 2. Okay. With that, I do think that I'm gonna end the stream for today. I will be streaming Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 tomorrow, which has been a lot of fun in the past. So, James, if you're still watching, you should check that out as well. It's gonna start tomorrow at the same time that today's stream started. And yeah, that's all I got for today. Thanks for checking it out. Thanks for watching. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow or next week for Forza Friday. Till then, have a good one. Bye bye.